Alright. This is the first, the debut of what we're going to be calling the Massive Effect videocast, podcast, whatever. Playthrough, not a let's play. Determinably not a let's play. Me and my brother, I'm too easy. This is Soulmeister.
That's right.
We're going to be playing through Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, and just offering our thoughts on the technology, the weapons, the video game design. We're just going to be talking about a whole lot of stuff. You know, anything that relates to the real world, or just whatever we find interesting. Just chilling out.
That's right. Just want to point out the weird things that we see that you don't really notice when you play through the game normally, and just spend a bit more time in this awesome world.
We're big fans of Mass Effect, but like not huge super fans. But which would be good, because there's still stuff we want to find out. And,
Alright, chop.
Yeah, my brother is an engineer. I'm a computer scientist. So we're going to try to keep those perspectives as well. Alright, let's just go for it.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database.
So,
Classified information
you know what class we're
requested.
choosing?
Ridvan needs us to be
Establishing
engineer, he
secure
won't let us be
connection.
anything else. So,
That's right.
Soulmeister, I should
Secure
say.
connection confirmed.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
no default.
Yeah, I want to
Please
analyze
log in
a lot
to
of the
access your
abilities
profile.
and skills of the engineering class, and there's just a bit more. I mean, yeah, you don't get the heavy armors and that, but come on.
Heavy armor just slows you down. But no,
Warning,
so basically we don't want to play
Please
a Biotic class
reconstruct
since it's a little bit too space magic-y for the kind of
Confirm pre-service history.
what we want to be talking about.
We don't want
so
no space magic.
Confirm psychological
Earthborn
profile.
Ruthless.
Confirm military specialization.
And we go... Wait, weren't we going Infiltrator? No, we're going Engineer. I haven't played Engineer
Confirm
before.
facial identification.
See, I always
Profile
play Biotics
reconstruction
because they're so fucking cool. But
Yeah, of course, but yeah, no, that's
Identification confirmed.
we're going the tactical way,
yeah,
the tactical route.
not Insanity. You actually can't even play Insanity on a new
Not
playthrough.
Insanity?
It's not, it doesn't work. Insanity's
Oh, you
supposed to
can't?
be New Game Plus.
Oh right.
Okay, I think we're all good. No tutorials.
And you're doing legendary mode? Yeah.
Yeah. We've
Okay.
paid for the game, right? Might as well.
Yeah. Well, it's just it's the level scaling mode, right? I actually found it a bit
what about
wild
Shepard?
on the
Earthborn?
legendary
no
scaling,
record of
level
his
scaling,
family.
because it takes you levels
Doesn't have
1 to 30,
He was raised on the streets.
and it
learned to look out
compresses
for himself.
the scale of 0 to
got
60 that
most
you
of
would
his
normally
unit
have
killed
Yeah.
in a
in
Mass
Torford.
Effect game. And to
He
normally
gets
to
the
get
job
to level
done.
60,
No matter what
you
the
would have to
cost.
play through like
Twice.
a
Is that the
second
kind
time.
of person
Yeah.
we want protecting the
But you
galaxy?
can get that in one playthrough now.
That's the only
But
kind of
it
person who
feels
can
super
protect the
condensed
galaxy.
because like
I'll make
you
the
start
call.
getting really high level armors and weapons and stuff just abundantly partway through the game, because it's compressed so that you don't have to play through a second time, which felt a bit overpowered, to be honest.
Interesting. Maybe you can do Legendary. Maybe you can do Insanity first on the Legendary Edition then.
Maybe.
Yeah, so the whole premise of
I'm
this
pretty sure
is... Oh, hold up, actually. I've got
I have a feeling that I did.
my red light filter on. Blue light filter. Let me turn that off.
Blue light oh right, for your eyes.
Yeah.
Eye protection
So-
technology. Yeah.
So, do you reckon this would actually
The
jump
Arcturus Prime
human
relays in
technology
range.
this
Initiating
far
transmission
forward this
sequence.
soon? Like, just finding one alien site? Can we reverse engineer stuff that quickly? Obviously, it's like unprecedented, but
Well, what did he say? 200 years?
We are connected.
200
Calculating
years.
transit mass and
I think
destination.
it was something like 200 years.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I missed it, but
Relay is hot. Acquiring
yeah,
approach
I don't
vector.
know. It really depends. I think this
All
is
stations
like
secure for transit.
alluding to the discovery of the Mass Effect fields and Mass Effect particles, and how the ESO, which is element 0, is a substance that
Orders
interacts with.
Approach
It
run
can
has begun.
create. It can create like gravitational fields, like gravity that pulls and gravity, or a gravity field that pushes. So it can create force fields, right? And that's the whole principle of Mass Effect.
Yeah. I wonder if you could really, like, you know, just from one side, if you could just, you know, bam, now we can use it. I suppose they have the working relay, though, to look at. But hey, that's how they got in trouble with the Turians in the first place, right? They were like,
the relay, I don't know.
They were studying the relay, and they were like, hey, no, you can't fuck with this.
Well, to be honest, I think, so I'd break it up into a couple of things. Like, so there's a lot of technology that's based on Mass Effect phenomenon, right? Using Element 0. So that would have created a lot of this space-faring technology, like just ship thrusters and stuff like that. So, for example, you're probably using Mass Effect engines that are using electrical energy to generate that pushing force to propel matter, plasma out the back of the craft to accelerate it forwards, right? I mean, that's the main principle. So they're probably using that
Yeah.
as a super high efficiency way of...
It's just interesting.
Yeah.
It's like the center of all the technology. I wonder if that's realistic. I wonder if that's what will take us forward, or if it will be more like we have now, where we don't rely on the same kind of propulsion or resources for every aspect of technology like they kind of do at the moment. Or like, all the technology that's advanced past our level is all ESO, and then everything else is just kind of, you know,
you get that, Commander?
The normal stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the discovery of electricity, we
don't blame me.
It's embedded in everything now, right? Like it's
true. Okay, that's a good way to think of it.
Of storing energy and then using energy to create forces and make things move and run motors and things. And so, anyway, moving on to
two tropes we wanted to talk about. Spaceships having the CIC right at the front of the spaceship.
Oh, that's
and
right, yeah.
Glass windows. So,
yeah, glass windows. Yeah,
but we'll have the whole playthrough to talk about this, and we'll
yeah,
you know, we'll have a little run as we go. We won't do the whole thing now, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you guys think? Is this realistic or not? Glass windows in a spaceship and fucking the right at the tip of the nose. That's where the captain and the pilot are. You know, like
yeah.
Positives and negatives, but yeah, we've got a lot of thoughts of our own that we'll eventually dole out. Let's talk to this dude.
Where's the chat?
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading
It's
down
on...
to see the captain?
I messaged it to you on Discord.
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
How do I...
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble.
What?
But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission.
You've popped out the player to another window. Oh, okay.
Info's on a need-to-know basis, Presley.
So how do I...
Just follow the orders you're given.
Understood, Commander.
You click the link, it pops up.
I grew up on the
You win.
It's not the kind of place Spectre's
Oh, does it pop in the browser? Hang on.
Telling us about this
I'll
mission.
find it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, I've got it. I found it.
What do you think, Commander?
Congratulations.
We won't be staying on Eden.
Oh, we've
too
actually got
long,
viewers.
will we?
Amazing.
I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding.
Dude, do you even know who I am, dude?
Your real action usually ends.
Dude,
with
I got no
all
idea.
Easy,
crew
the new
members in
easy.
the
It's green, not red or
infirmary.
blue. Easy. No. All right, so we're going
Marines are
through.
meant to fight. You just fix us up.
I'm
when
using
you're
asserting my
I know
authority by
how
giving
things
everyone
work,
the
Commander.
Renegade
I've seen
cut
my
the
share
shadow
of
option
combat, but
to
it's foolish to go
yeah.
looking for trouble.
Redvan's
We could both take a
annoyance,
lesson
who's
from
a
the
who's a
captain.
who's
He's not
a
afraid of combat.
Paragon player.
He knows the value of
I'm not...
restraint.
So this
Come
should
on.
be interesting.
Sorry,
This
Doc,
playthrough.
but this
We've got a
raid
Paragon
is
player and a
heavy.
Renegade player.
I've never been on a mission like this before.
A
not one
Renegade
with a
player.
Spectre on board.
What am I? Renegon. I'm Renegon.
You said Renegon. Oh, Renegon.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So
You
Renegon,
follow my orders.
Renegade-
There won't be any problems.
Easy for
Renegade
you,
means to
You proved
achieve
yourself on
Paragon
Telescopic.
ends.
Everybody knows what you
Renegade
can do.
methods,
This is my big chance.
good
I need to show the brass what I can
outcomes. You know?
Why
This mission
even
isn't
bother
about
talking to
personal glory,
Jenkins?
Corporal. We have a
You
job.
just
to do.
Because I'm
Don't
getting
do anything
points,
stupid
dude.
to mess it
You
up.
gotta get the points.
Don't worry, sir.
Oh, you're getting the
Captain's waiting.
Renegon
Goodbye,
points.
Yeah, man.
See. +2 Renegon.
I mean, I wanted to install a thing that gave me unlimited points, but
Yeah.
it didn't work. So
Yeah.
Commander Shepard.
so we're stuck with
I was
a
hoping you'd
point
get here
or.
first. It will give us a chance to talk.
The captain said
I
he'd
love
meet
talking
me
to this
here.
dude. It's
He's
just
on his
epic.
way.
He's cool. He's very memorable.
I'm
Like,
interested
and
in
it's
this
your
world
introduction
we're
to the
going to.
Turians,
Eden
right?
Yeah.
As a
Prime.
race,
I've
and
heard
they
it's
look
quite
great. Like,
beautiful.
as even if their bodies are
I'm a
still
Marine, not some
very
tourist
humanoid.
on vacation.
It's more than just a tourist
like every
destination,
species,
isn't it,
and
Shepard?
it's something you'll probably hear me
Eden Prime
complain
is a
about.
symbol of your people.
Because
A perfect little
why?
world on the
Yeah, I mean,
edges
they've
of
got
your
eyes, a
territory.
nose,
Proof that
like
humanity
human
can not only
proportioned
establish
face and
colonies
body
across
and
the
stuff.
galaxy,
But, you know.
also protect
hips,
them.
hips,
But how safe is it?
femurs, kneecaps,
Are you trying to scare me,
shins.
Inspector?
Like,
Your people are still newcomers.
I mean, yeah,
Shepard.
mobility
The
is
galaxy can be
only
a very dangerous place.
available in certain
Is the
ways, but
Alliance truly ready
I'm
for
sure
this?
evolution would come up with different things.
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is
It's
far
the Arbiter.
more than a simple shakedown
He's
run.
here.
I already figured that out.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
The Arbiter? I'm
There
not
must be a
entirely
reason
sure.
you
what-
didn't tell me about this,
Oh,
sir.
right.
This comes down
Didn't
from the
you
top.
play Halo, dude?
Information
Yeah,
strictly
yeah,
what you need to
I've
know.
seen a Halo.
A research team on Eden Prime.
You were a multiplayer player. You
During
didn't play the
excavation.
campaign much.
It
The Arbiter
No, I
voiced
did. I did. Well,
the Arbiter voiced. I mean, Keith David voices the Arbiter and Anderson, and the President in Rick and Morty.
oh,
What else can you tell me?
He's Arbiter?
This is big.
He's
shit.
Arbiter,
He
dude.
is Arbiter.
The last
Yeah,
time
of course he's
humanity
Arbiter.
You never knew that, dude?
Oh.
What?
No, I did.
Dude,
No, I
you
did.
grew
I
up
just
playing both
forgot.
Halo and
Eden
Mass
Prime
Effect.
doesn't
and
have
you know,
the
No,
oh,
you're
you
right.
did
I
know
just
that.
forgot. But he kind of
We
puts
need
on
to
a
bring
slightly
the
different
beacon back
voice,
to the
though.
Citadel for proper study.
It's just that he's got the elite
Obviously, this goes
filters
beyond
on.
mere human interest,
Yeah.
Commander.
And
This discovery
course.
could affect every species
I mean,
in
the
Council
later
space.
games, he sounds exactly like Keith David, unfortunately.
Yeah,
It never hurts to have a few extra hands on
yeah.
board.
And in
The
Rick and
beacon is
Morty.
not the only reason I'm here,
Yeah.
Shepard.
Nihilus
Yeah.
wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
Yeah, this is such a great thing. Like, of course,
What's going on, Captain?
We're becoming a
The Alliance has
spectre,
been pushing for this for a long time.
and
Humanity wants a larger
that
role
gives
in
us the
shaping
way to
interstellar
roam the
policy.
galaxy and do whatever we
want more say
want
with the
above the
Citadel
law
Council.
to some
The
extent.
Spectres represent the Council's power
I miss
and
when
authority.
games were able to
If they
open like
accept a
this,
human
like
into their
just
ranks,
solid 20 minutes of
shows them
dialogue
how
and
the Alliance
cutscenes.
is
Bam.
run.
Do you know how many players
I
would
was impressed
stop
when I
playing
studied the
if
reports
this
from
was released
Hoffman.
today?
A grim business.
Yeah, it sucks,
Got
eh?
the job done.
Yeah.
That's why I put
But
your
then
name
you know what will
forward as a
happen,
candidate
like
for the Spectres.
5 years from now or something.
Why would a
A
Turian
game
want
will
Pendulum
come
will
out
swing
that's
the other
like
way?
this. Yeah,
All
yeah, the
Turians
pendulum
resent
swings.
humanity.
People get bored of
Some of us see
something,
potential
and then
in
they,
species.
and then
See what you
the
have to
more
offer to the rest of the galaxy.
distinct or
Spectres.
different ideas
We are an elite group.
become more noticeable,
It's
right?
rare to
Like
find an individual with the
like,
skills we seek.
people
I
will
don't
start
care
getting
that you're
bored of
human,
games,
Shepard.
or not bored,
I
but
only
they'll
care
start
that you
getting
can do the
arthritis
job.
from games.
I
and
assume this is good for the
that
Alliance.
like
Very
action
few
games
occasions.
where you've got to have fast
counting.
reflexes and
I need to see
push
your
buttons
skills
and
for
things
myself,
happen.
Commander.
That I
Prime will
think
be the
that's
first of
gonna
several missions.
it's gonna swing back
You'll
towards
be in charge of the ground team.
tactical,
Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP.
command-driven,
Nihilus
board
will
game
accompany you to the
style
observe division.
strategy. And it's
Just
actually
get to work,
interesting.
Captain.
We should be getting
What's his
close to
name? The
Eden.
director
Captain,
of
we got a problem.
like Final
What's wrong,
Fantasy.
Joker?
Transmission
Well,
from
the
Eden
new
Prime,
one.
sir. You better see this.
He sort of said like, oh,
Bring it up on screen.
like some people want like games where you push the button and the characters do the thing, and then some want like command-driven games, and that command-driven games were actually basically created because of limitation of technology and because they were making board games digital, right? Like,
True, yeah.
and
It
giving
was a
you
big
options.
limitation. You know, we miss our turn-based games and stuff, but
Yeah, it's just nostalgia.
was it just Stockholm syndrome? You know, like
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I do think the pendulum already is swinging back the other way because we've got games like Spider-Man and God of War, and even Final Fantasy Remake to an extent, coming back and bringing back the story-driven RPG, you know?
Everything cuts out
It's
after
pretty-
that. No
I
comm
guess
traffic at all.
God of War's.
Just goes dead.
Well, God of War was always a
Reverse and
platform,
hold
to
the
be honest.
38.5.
No, but the new one is completely... Have you seen the
Oh,
new
yeah.
God of War? It's completely distinct.
Oh yeah, I know, I realize. Which is odd to me
Status
because
report.
it's like, how do they?
17
how do
minutes
you do
out, Captain.
combat?
No other Alliance ships in the area.
Whereas the
Take
the
us
old
in,
one
Joker,
was
fast and quiet.
so
This mission just got a lot more complicated.
it just had a
small
style.
strike
you know.
team can move quickly.
Yeah, it was
without
actually like an
drawing
old
attention.
classic-style game
It's our best
brought
chance to
into
secure
modern
the beacon.
graphics. But you know,
Yeah.
you jumped
Grab your
around,
gear and meet
the
us in the
locked
cargo
camera,
hold.
like panorama.
Yeah.
What's the camera called? You know, that like changes angles depending on where you walk,
Tell
rather than
Alenko and
following the
Jenkins to
player.
suit
You know,
up,
like
Commander. You're going in.
Yeah,
very old style. Final Fantasy style,
Yeah.
almost like with the camera
Yeah,
and stuff.
third person camera that you don't control.
Well, yeah. Not really
Engaging
third
stealth
person.
systems.
It's called something. It's called something different, but I can't remember the actual.
Yeah, I mean, it's people might
Somebody was doing
argue,
some
but
serious
I
digging
do
here,
get a bit
Captain.
sick of
Your team's the muscle in this
having
operation,
a camera
Commander.
that you've got to
Go in
like
heavy and head
spin
straight for the dig
around
site.
to look around.
What about
like,
survivors,
to look
Captain?
around your environment.
Helping survivors
gets-
is a
it starts
secondary
getting a bit old.
objective. The beacons
I wonder how
are
Mass
top
Effect would play
priority.
game.
with a more panoramic
Approaching drop point
overhead
1.
camera rather than third person over the
Nihilus,
shoulder.
you coming
But
with
third
us?
person
That's
over the shoulder was
I move
the
faster
thing
on my own.
at this time. Like,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Nihilus
Gears
will
of
scout out
War.
ahead.
yeah.
He'll
What
feed you
else?
status reports throughout the mission.
Assassin's Creed.
Otherwise, I want radio
Assassin's Creed,
silence.
Gears of War. Yeah, it definitely was common. I like it because
We've got his back,
first
Captain.
person,
The mission's yours now, Shepard.
you kind of
Good
you
luck.
lose Shepard, right? Like Shepard's not this distinct
We are approaching
character
drop point 2.
without the shoulder camera.
Yeah, I like it compared to Halo when
Yeah.
Halo was, the original games. They're trying to make you feel like the character,
Ship perimeter
whereas
secured, Commander.
Yes.
I feel like Shepard is a distinct guy. You get to shape him a lot, but he's
You get to control him, but he's
Yeah.
there and he's not you.
place got hit
So
hard.
Yeah.
it's third person.
no matter what. I mean, this feeds into stuff I'll talk about later, but no matter what you do, there's a lot of things that Shepard does or is that you can't decide. Like,
Oh, so you're skill tree now, huh?
yeah, I'm just going full Shaman Intimidate for the first half of the game, so I can choose
Yeah.
all the dialogue options.
Right.
But because thanks to Legendary Edition, we can use guns, like whatever guns we want, which is cool.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's cool.
And we already have Sabotage and Overload, so
I really like so yeah. We're gonna talk about like Omni tools and stuff and
I'll just make sure
how it's supposed to work in universe.
let's make sure Jenkins is all ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then Kaiden can just get his things. Wait, I need to.
I think we'll do a big menu at the end of the level, just so we're not
Of
like
course, yeah.
interrupting.
I'm just gonna do one here
all
though,
the
just
time.
for our initial ones.
Of course.
Alright,
But like, yeah, personally, I love that squad menu. Oh, can you have a look at these floating gas bag things here?
Sure can. Let me
Is
just
this
grab out.
Is this the only time in the entire game that we see these? I mean, I assume it is because they're.
I believe they're on some worlds. The
Oh,
random exploration worlds. Also,
Yes.
of course, it's like
Where's he going?
a Halo reference, right? Like you got the infection form tail on something that looks exactly like a carrier form.
It's very much like a flood. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so. But that's like the tutorial spot where you practice using your gun, right? And you figure
See
out
how bad
to
the
shoot.
assault rifle is. Hey, it actually
Yeah.
hit something. Never mind. Let's go.
And that's why the characters have pre-programmed responses to it. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here's our favorite meme.
So look, he sends him forward. Sends the lowest rank forward. He goes forward, he stops. And then he keeps going forward for no reason. And Shepard makes that face. He's fucking dead.
Just walked out.
Dude
there.
was so eager, man.
Yeah. So here we got some Geth recon drones. Do we see recon drones much? Geth
Yeah.
recon drones?
They're just
I
the
feel
lowest
like-
rank.
Yeah, I feel like they really don't appear very much, and it's kind of like tutorial fighting.
I'm gonna map overload.
Because the Geth don't really use them like ever again. Oh no, they do.
They do.
No, wait.
Just the lowest rank of drone.
Or are they sentry drones that you usually see that are quite tough to deal with and
Leave him.
really
We need to finish the
annihilate?
mission.
Aye, aye, sir.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
I
you,
don't
you
really
fight
remember.
all the drones and things.
So hang on. So you're on this hill here.
Mhm.
Let's just check out the scenery for a second. So this is Eden Prime, right? And
Yeah.
you can actually see quite a bit of
Farmland.
area.
Pretty low fidelity farmland, but farmland
Easy.
nonetheless.
Yeah. And what's that in the distance? Is that like a big wall or something?
No, that's
Or
the tramway that we catch at the end to the spaceport.
Oh, that's the tramway.
Yeah.
Right. And there's actually quite a few high-rises, isn't there?
Yeah,
Interesting.
so we were talking about how you build on a new world, and
Yeah.
I was thinking prefabs, because like
Yeah.
all the buildings in this game are prefabs anyway. So
But you think if you drop something from space, like from orbit, onto the surface, it's gonna be destroyed. Like you'd have to lower it down.
Yeah, you lower it with something like the
huge
Normandy.
thrusters.
I'm gonna check
Not
it
like
out.
the Normandy.
No,
the
but like,
Normandy's
you know.
not designed. Like, the Normandy's not a tractor. But yeah,
It'd be in a fucking
you would
expensive
have
tractor.
you would have space tractors, right? Big systems for
Yeah.
just shifting
Freight.
large masses. Freight.
They-
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
freighters. You go onto them later in the game,
Yeah, that's true.
and they're full of crates and shit.
Yeah. And here we have the Geth drones assaulting this poor young lady.
I want to know why her shields don't get instantly melted like Jenkins. Oh, this is what you wanted to see in action.
Jenkins ripped straight through his shields. Never had a chance.
How many segments? One. It's like 5 segments.
Yeah, there's.
Two. Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
There are
yeah,
more segments than.
Okay, there's actually more than I thought.
You're right. It's a plot hole.
So no. Well, I don't know. Like, I think they look short enough to actually fit when they're retracted. So, for context, we were thinking about these spires, dragon's teeth they call them, and how they protrude up and like they're supposed to be telescopic in the way they extend. And are they like are the telescopic sections small enough to actually fit when they're retracted? Like,
we were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to
You'd
get
think
off a
they would
distress call, but they cut off our
I just
communications.
love the look of the Avenger,
I've
man.
been
It's so
fighting for my
cool.
life ever since.
oh,
Where's the rest of your squad?
yeah, the gun that you
We
got.
tried to double back
We
to
should
the
have put
beacon,
a block
but
in.
we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others.
Yeah,
I think
you
I'm
can
the
see
only one
everything.
Any idea what kind of
just-
enemy we're facing?
You imagine the kind of
I think they're
manufacturing you
Geth.
have to have in this universe to
Geth
just
haven't
pump
been seen
out
outside the Veil in nearly 200
these
years. Why are
suits
they here now?
and the level of design work that they have
They
to
must
have.
have come for the
Like, to be
beacon.
honest,
The dig site is close, just over
they
that
don't
rise.
look like
It might still
environmental
be there.
suits because they're way too thin.
You're coming with us,
Like,
Williams.
They just
We need
don't
that
have.
Aye, aye, sir.
They're advanced
Yeah,
environment
but-
suits.
APAC.
Yeah, I mean, they're advanced.
Move out.
Yeah, and everything's miniaturized, sure. Like, so there's three layers. Well, anyway, there's layers to a spacesuit, right? We'll just call it a spacesuit. But it's an environmental suit,
Beacon's at the far end
and
of
it's
this
body
trench.
armor. But there's layers to it. So the first layer you have is temperature regulation, which is to make sure that your body parts all have same temperature. And this is how they actually design real spacesuits, right? And modern ones that they're for Space 2.0. So the first layer you have is for temperature regulation, and so keeping you at the right temperature, not too hot, not too cold. Make sure your feet don't freeze off while your head burns in the sun or something. And then the second layer is pressure on your body, right? Pressure suits exist to stop your blood boiling because in a low pressure environment, your you get gas bubbles form in your blood, and this can actually happen in diving, of course, as well, where if you rise too fast,
This
the
is
low
the dig
pressure
site.
can screw
The
you up.
beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
Yeah.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say.
I don't know.
Maybe
I
we'll
think
know more after we check out the
they
research
just
camp.
you just go, oh, it's 200 years in the future. You write it off. I think these suits are absolutely,
Oh, absolutely.
brilliantly- like it looks like
Oh, they
armor,
look-
looks like a spacesuit. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, they look cool, but it would be interesting to think about like how they do certain things. I mean,
Let's get
especially
moving.
the kinetic barriers.
Williams, where's the camp?
So
It's
I was
just
thinking
on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
the lights.
Change of plans, Shepard.
So
That's just
like,
so in Halo, like these little circles, like that
Yeah,
and that
yeah,
would be the
yeah.
shield
I'll wait
emitters.
for you there.
oh,
But
okay.
I don't
okay.
know if that's. You can see there's like 3 of them on his back.
Yeah, you would have to have
now.
mass effect field generators
Yeah.
embedded in the suit. The suit would have to have an embedded power supply, right? So, like, if I was
It looks like a
designing
big
a game
battery on the
like
back.
this,
I don't know. Who knows?
look, if I was designing a game like this, I would be like, right, first thing, this suits have a power capacity that they can,
Looks
you
like
know,
they hit the camp hard.
that they can run out of
It's a
energy.
good place for an
Okay,
ambush.
here we go.
Keep
Telescopic.
guard.
Yeah, no, they look fine. There's like 5 segments or so.
Yeah, but you can only see 3 when it's plot. It's plot hole,
Oh
dude.
god, they're still alive.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you're right.
What did the Geth do to them?
Bioware
Anyway,
exposed.
So of course we've met the Geth now, and the Geth are awesome looking robots species that look really alien, but they still have a humanoid body. And by humanoid, I guess I mean legs. Like
that's because they look like they look like Quarians.
Yeah,
they're designers.
That's true. That's
of course,
true.
we
That's
don't
why they have the
know
legs.
that at this point. We find that out in,
No,
in a second.
No, we don't. Yeah, we learn about the universe.
We have a codex?
As Commander Shepard is learning about. Yeah, we do. There's too much to go over.
Look, we can find out.
Race of networked AI.
Yeah, they mentioned the Quarians. Alright, so we could know, but we don't necessarily know.
No, they're 300 years old. That's interesting though. Not a huge amount of time.
Time to smack this guy out for easy points.
Thank the Maker.
We'll skip through it. Everyone's seen this. It's not important.
Jimmy's always looking for the points, huh?
How did you end up?
Gotta get those Renegade points.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a
I mean, she even says it's a good idea.
Yeah, this is so foreboding. This is so foreboding because he's got these. It's like he's had the visions. Like maybe he's actually.
Yeah, well, he's been sleeping next to the beacon.
What did you do?
That might have been a little extreme, Commander.
Do you think?
You can't just go around whacking people in the head.
He's been studying the beacon. He's actually been having the visions that we're gonna have later.
Yeah, because it's not indoctrination.
It was only a matter of time until he did something crazy.
It's the Prothean beacon.
And dangerous.
Oh, it's the Prothean beacon. No, you're right.
By the time
no, you're absolutely right. My mistake. This guy's clever.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
Good luck, Commander.
That's interesting. Look, dude, +9. Look at that.
Yeah, yeah, it's supposed to be very foreboding, and
no, you're right. I never like put
knowing
that
the game
together.
already. You sort of.
For some reason, I never put that together.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Prothean beacons don't have that effect, right? Of indoctrinating people. So.
Oh no, that's a
I'm pretty sure he's had the visions from it or something. He's used it the same way Saren used it.
Yeah,
and for some reason it was destroyed when we used it, but
this isn't your mission, Saren.
Oh, Saren probably would have said it to destroy. He didn't want the Alliance getting their hands on it.
Some help on this.
Also, this is like top 10 saddest scenes in video game history.
I wasn't expecting
Are you kidding me?
The situation's bad.
Dude, he's so cool.
I've got it under control.
See, this is the kind of character no one would care about if he lived.
It's not. It's not. There's nothing sad about it, but it's.
Dude, it's
like.
So sad.
What is that? Off in the distance.
Look at him. He's dead.
Shit. Look at this.
Yeah, but.
He was our friend. He nominated us for Spectre candidacy. He's like, he set our feet on the path.
We've known him for 5 minutes. And plus, he's a hardcore Spectre. Like, it's not like,
Saying this is what he signed up for. Like.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it is what I'm saying.
Alright.
Taking out husks. So, got any engineer abilities to show off here?
Yeah, I've just
really.
sabotaged. I've just overloaded. I'm not gonna sabotage them. They haven't got guns.
Yeah,
sabotage that guy.
Overload's the best one, yeah.
Okay, so can you manually aim in this game? I can't remember. Will this work?
Yeah, of course.
It actually activated behind him. So the AoE hit him, but I don't think it did full damage.
I always use it like that though. Great.
Alright, time to... Wait, do we have any levels? Just to get the charm and intimidate. You're right, we're leveling up fast.
Yeah, I told you. It's real quick. So yeah, I think when I play again, I'm gonna go Insanity, and I'm gonna go on the old leveling scaling. Just like I love the challenge.
Oh no, you can't. You have to do New Game Plus. Like Insanity is balanced around being your second playthrough.
Oh, okay. I see.
That's likely why they changed the scale.
Calm out there. We're coming out. We're not armed.
So that way you can play Insanity.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
Yeah. Okay.
Nobody moves a muscle until we know who you are.
Yeah.
Nice going, Cole. I told
Yeah,
you.
the annoying thing is,
It's okay. We're all on the same side here. We're just
the
farmers.
first planets you
We've been
can choose
hiding
from,
ever since
right?
that ship first showed up.
Feros, Noveria.
Yep.
And
the other one.
The other one, Ilos? No.
Tell me everything you remember.
No, that's the fourth one.
The three of us were working the crops.
Ferris,
when that
Naveria,
ship
and
showed up.
Ilium 9,
We
the
just
one with
saw it and
Liara.
ran.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened
Liara's
to the rest
world.
of the crew.
They were by the garage.
And,
It's
uh,
not
Near the
Ilium 9.
spaceport,
I
right when that
pulled
ship
that out of
was
my
landing.
ass.
No way they survived.
Yeah.
You don't know that. We survived.
Hold
They
on.
made it to the
You fooled
garage.
me.
They could have had a
So-
fighting chance.
I have to go.
You can choose like
Cole,
so.
we're
So
just
if
a
you
bunch
do
of
on
farmers.
insanity,
These guys
the
are
first one you
soldiers.
choose
Maybe
is
we
the
should give
hardest,
them
pretty
the
much,
stuff.
and then they
Jeez,
get
Blake,
easier
you gotta learn when to
because you
shut
have
up.
equipment. So yeah, I picked Noveria like
You have
as the
something to tell
last
me,
one
Cole?
because
Some guys at the
the
spaceport
Rachni
were
are so
running a
damn
small
strong.
smuggling ring.
Can I
Nothing
just point
major.
out how
Um,
foreboding
Stayed for a cut
that
of the
Paragon
profits, we'll let
dialogue
them
was?
store packages on the
Like,
ship.
Which
it was a
one?
Paragon dialogue, and he's like, "You have something to tell me?" Like,
You greedy bastard.
Yeah.
You weren't running for your life. You were running to check on your merchandise.
but sorry,
No,
continue.
it's not like that. I just knew there were some packages here, something we could use.
Yeah,
I found a
Rachni on
pistol.
Noveria are tough
Figured it would come in handy if those
when
things
they're
came
in
back.
close quarters.
Well,
You'll probably
I've
get
got a
more
good,
use out of it than we will.
Yeah,
I've got a
we'll get
good
to that.
order in mind.
I'm only gonna ask this once. Think long
Yeah?
and hard before you lie.
What
I
was
mean,
the order?
I don't know why, but a hobby
Are
of
you
mine is to
sure
go
all
through
you've
RPG
got is
games
one
and
lousy
figure out
pistol?
the best order of quests to make.
Mm.
Like,
No, no,
I've
wait,
done
I
it
just
for
remembered.
Oblivion, Mass
I
Effect
just
1,
had it
2,
in
and
my
3,
pocket. You might as
Yeah.
well take
and you
that
know,
too.
been like,
That's everything.
if I do say
Who's
so
your
myself,
contact at the
highly
spaceport,
upvoted on
Cole?
Reddit.
What's
Like,
his name?
He's not a bad
Yeah.
guy.
But no,
I
I've
don't
got
wanna
a-
get him in trouble.
I've got a
Besides,
game
I'm not
order that
snitch.
is that makes the most narrative sense, and I'm gonna go for that. Even though this is not like, you know, too much of a playthrough. Okay, we're gonna pull a gun on this dude? No, let's just...
He might have something to do with this whole attack, Cole. We need his name.
But see, this is
what I
like... Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
like,
you're right.
this is no guaranteed
His name's
work.
Powell.
And if this doesn't work, you're gonna
Works
pull
the
out a gun,
docks at the
right?
spaceport if
Oh,
he's
yeah.
still alive.
So why not
But-
just pull out the gun and be done 30 seconds earlier? This is a live attack on the way. People are dying because you're wasting time.
But I like how
I have
he's
to go.
pushing him in a nice way, but being like just you know, thinly veiled capable like aggression, like 'cause, you know, you're a Spectre and you know you can
Not yet, but
of course you
yeah,
can
but
threaten him.
I still like my point better. The whole if he doesn't give it to you with like what's the word, like you catch more flies with honey than with a trap, right?
Well, think about it this way.
No, that's what you're
You
that's
develop
what you're
a
saying, right?
reputation. You develop a well, yeah, but you develop a reputation. Then when people recognize you, they're more responsive or something.
But in each individual situation,
You
if
know
he's
him?
not responsive, you're gonna pull out a gun and get what you want anyway. So why not just go straight to
Yeah.
that, and you're never gonna see, you know, why not just do it straight away
Over behind those crates.
and save time? You know, time's of the essence
Wait,
right now. If
don't-
time's not of the
don't shoot,
essence,
I'm warning you, I'm
I'll be
human.
nice to him. But like,
I mean,
I like
think
the
about
way
it
you
this way:
hid
if you
behind
get a
those crates
reputation
during the
as a
fight.
real badass, and
Really
then you go to
helped us
save a
out.
planet like
Thanks
Eden
a lot.
Prime, and then people are like,
Me? But
"Oh gosh,
But I'm
he
just a
pulls
dock
guns on
worker.
people.
I don't even
he's
have a
scary
weapon."
as hell. He
My
once
name's
shot
Powell.
someone in the
I saw what happened to
face.
that Turian.
but I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
well,
shoot
I'm-
someone in the face. You can't shoot people. You can't shoot good, innocent people in the face in this game.
No, but
That's
you're a renegade.
that's a straw
You
man
might have-
argument right there.
You might have, but you're a renegade. So like, maybe
No,
you get
that's
that
not what-
reputation, and then people
There were
hide
two
from you and
Turians
run
here,
from
your
you.
friend and
But then
another
if
one
you're
called
Paragon,
Saren. I think they knew each other.
people
Your friend seemed
will
to relax. He let his
you know,
guard down.
help you. Like, oh yeah,
Saren
yeah, here's
killed
the guns.
Shot him right in the back.
Here's the mission. Oh, that's where the bad guy went. You know.
Just lucky he
Okay,
didn't
but
see
I'm not
me behind the
famous.
crates.
Right now, no one
We
knows.
were told
I'm
the
just.
Prothean beacon was brought to the
Are you
space.
developing
Actually, he
a
probably is
reputation?
famous on Eden Prime. I take it
It's
back.
over on the other platform.
Yeah, he
Probably
uses
where
a
that guy
commander
Saren was headed.
that
He hopped on the
survived
cargo
on
train right after he
Aku's.
killed your friend.
No, not a Kuz. I'm
That beacon
Torfin.
was trouble.
I'm the butcher of Torfin.
Everything's gone to hell since we
Oh,
found
okay.
it. First that damn mothership showed up.
Wait, no.
then the
One's
attack.
you're conflating the two.
They killed
Like one's
everyone.
psychological profile and
Everyone.
one's like
If I'd been behind the
your
crates, I'd be
No,
dead
no,
too.
no.
rare.
I am the butcher of Torfin. That's my service history.
Oh,
You're
okay.
Cole's
That's,
contact here on the docks. For the
Not War Hero,
smuggling.
Ruthless.
Yeah.
And then the other
Co-
one is Earthborn. I'm Earthborn.
God.
No.
It is legendary.
I mean,
wait. Yeah,
what
it's
does it matter
legendary edition.
now?
Yeah.
So I'm a smuggler. Who cares?
He was,
My supervisor's
he's
dead,
asking
the
if this is
entire
legendary
crew's
as in the
dead.
Halo difficulty.
Doesn't matter now.
Anything
does it?
hidden nearby
Oh,
that we
right.
could use against the Geth?
A shipment of grenades came through last
Or
week.
maybe he is asking if it's legendary.
Nobody
edition.
notices
It
if a
is.
few small pieces go
Well,
missing from
I'm
the
pretty sure it
military
doesn't look like Halo.
You
So.
greedy son of a bitch. We're
No, I
out
thought
here
he
trying
was
to
just,
protect
you know,
your
has
sorry
a good
ass,
sense of
and all
humor.
you can think about is how you can rip us
He
off.
does.
That would have been
I
that would
never
have been
thought
next
you'd actually
level.
need those grenades. Who'd want to attack Eden Prime? We're just a bunch of farmers.
What do you
How
call
was I
it? An
supposed to
inside
know?
joke?
Hand over those
We're
grenades.
just a bunch of farmers.
Now.
So this is
They're
pretty
yours.
like like
take them.
well.
My smuggling days are over, I swear.
Too many
like, the
people
setting
died
is
here for
so
you to
well.
start jerking me around.
Okay,
See,
all right.
so Shepard's
There was
clearly
something else.
joking here. He's
Good
not
with
mad. He's
fortune,
clearly
it's
acting.
criminal
Like,
technology, top of the
can
line.
you get that?
Take it.
It was
I don't need it. I didn't want anyone
so
to get hurt.
over the
Really, I'm
top.
sorry.
Yeah, he's like clearly having fun with this guy. That's why earlier on he said, thanks for helping me out behind those crates there. You know, like really helpful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but he doesn't actually expect this guy to jump out and fight against Geth.
But
Renegade Shepard is
find
taking
that
this
beacon
guy
before it's too
for a
late.
fucking
it
spin.
was
You know what I
just
mean?
so
Like,
it was
That's
so
what the other
uncalled for.
Turian
it's
went.
not. It's hilarious.
He's like, we're just
I
simple
can't stay here.
farmers, you
I
know.
need to get away from
And then
all
he's
this.
like, get on the ground, I'll kill you.
he's also playing goodish cop to Ashley's bad cop. Ashley's pissed, like ready to throw hands with this guy, and he's just having Shepard's just having fun, like having a laugh with this guy, playing around the fact that he's a bad dude and he is fucking scared to death. Like,
Don't forget you can punch Geth.
yeah, I'll smack.
It's
I'll
actually
give him a
pretty-
good smack around.
Actually pretty powerful. Yeah.
All right, Cope God was joking. I successfully interpreted as human. Let's go. But now, hardest difficulty on Mass Effect is called Insanity, which we are not playing on. Seeing as, ain't nobody got time for that. I've bet the game on Insanity like 5 times.
Look, it's not hard on Legendary Edition with the I would have recommended that we did it, but I didn't want to like have that discussion. So,
Wait, you want us to play on Insanity?
well, yeah, I don't see why not, but
It'll just take so long. You know what I mean?
yeah, but it doesn't.
Okay, well I haven't played. Maybe we'll see how we go.
Yeah.
Because I'm also thinking we're not going to do that many side missions, right?
No, not that many. But
So we might be underpowered for like, you know, the mid game and the late game.
See how we feel. Yeah, so it's cool, like the Geth here. I think that was the first Geth Prime that you fight, right?
Yeah, oh no, it wasn't a Prime, no. It was a big dude, no.
Juggernaut.
Primes are way bigger.
Yeah, Juggernaut's way bigger as well. He's something.
It's a dude.
Dude with the shotgun, right? So you got no shields.
We're taking cover because it's 2000. It's the mid 2000s.
Back when cover was the thing.
Chest high walls everywhere. You've heard great things about Mass Effect, but you've never played. Well, from the grave, now you are seeing those great things in action. This is the single best sci-fi shooting trilogy, even better than Halo.
RPG.
Yeah, but Halo's not an RPG.
That's right.
But either way, this is better than Halo at being just a space sci-fi trilogy with a good story
Yeah.
and fun gameplay.
Yeah, I mean the genres, even though they're both, you know, space operas to some extent.
Yeah, I would say they are both space operas. Both of them tried to be hard sci-fi for a tiny little bit and then quickly gave up that notion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire.
Like,
Yeah, Halo just becomes jump and shoot.
Halo's the original
It's a platformer.
Halo's founding text is like hard sci-fi, as well as Mass Effect's founding text being like the codex in the first game is like hard sci-fi. But Mass Effect 2 and 3 just go away from that. Similar to how Halo went away from the hard sci-fi and just turned into space opera. But you know, it's always easier to make space opera than hard sci-fi.
At least like in Mass Effect's case especially, it sets the context for the other 2 games, right? Like,
yeah.
For example, I watched a video and this guy talked about
demolition charges.
how
The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find
he
them all
talked
and
about
shut them
like
down.
how the first Mass Effect has these empty worlds that you can visit, and how like it's so terrifying how empty space is, and it's just so cool like to be out there and just explore them, and there's nothing there.
A lot of people complained about Mass Effect, like worlds having like exploration, like running around the world with like 3 things on it, but it's like, dude, that's awesome. You get to just look at the scenery and the mountains and you find something, you're like, wow, something's here. And there's always
you don't have to go there.
Yeah.
Right? It's got that realism to it where it's like, you know, there's something there to find, like a crashed probe.
You know there'll be something. And then there are like, there's the quests where like the multi-planet quests, you know?
You're on an alien world, right? Like, there's not going to be anything there. It's just a dead planet, right? Like, these places exist, and you can go to them, and that's cool. You know? But yeah, like the following 2 games in the trilogy don't really have that as much.
No, and I don't know, I just love the idea of like, oh, there's a massive cliff, but I have to get around this cliff to find what I want to find.
Yeah.
And Mass Effect 2 and 3, everything's linear, and like...
So, Jimmy, Tui, is this your first time on Legendary Edition?
It is, yes.
So you're gonna really like the Mako. It's gonna be a very pleasant surprise.
Let's hope so, because I love the old Mako. I wasn't a complainer, you know. I thought it was part of the charm, the commands.
Me too. But the new one, yeah, it's actually really good. They, like, Legendary Edition, they only did good things, to be honest. They only did good things. So it makes it really great to play.
As someone running around with an assault rifle playing engineer, I am forced to agree. It's awesome.
You mean an assault rifle and not a pistol?
Yeah, like...
yeah.
Being able to actually use... Because I never played Soldier, I never could do it. I always had to play something interesting. Infiltrator, Vanguard, Sentinel...
Yeah, you
so I always had to use fucking pistols for like the whole game in the first game, and I just love being able to use an assault rifle.
No, it's true, because some of the best guns are pistols in this game.
Yeah, but the assault rifle has more cool factor, and I don't care about it. You know, I'll beat the whole game on the hardest difficulty with shit armor that looks really cool, you know? Like, I don't care. Also, biotics working through shields in this game is epic.
Oh, you gotta show us that secret cutscene again too.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, that's awesome. I can't believe I never knew about that. So this is like your first boss fight. Do you reckon this is a discount?
It kind of is.
Yeah,
it's
when I played this,
it's a difficulty fight. Yeah,
it's a difficulty fight, and I definitely felt like this area was a bit of a boss fight because you're at the top of the steps, well, not the steps, but the ramp, and there's only one way down the ramp, and at the bottom of the ramp there's no cover, and there's all these enemies around.
Yeah. There's like a million fucking husks running at you.
Yeah, I definitely remember that.
You know, I remember this being hard, like in the original game as well.
Are they all done? Oh,
they are all done.
And in Legendary Edition, you can bring out your weapons and put them away at any time you want.
I lost. And they call me a speedrunner. Alright, we're gonna get the cutscene that Ridvan never knew about.
Yes.
My god.
Here we go.
It's like someone dropped a bomb.
That must be where the Geth ship landed.
Smart crew we have. It's almost like unfinished, like the music just cuts out like way before the before the cutscene stops. They're like, no one will see it anyway. We're all good.
So hang on. So before you check the beacon, can I just have a look at the beacon? Like, I just want to look at it
before it explodes.
Does it really look Prothean?
It's green, therefore it's Prothean.
So here's what they do for Prothean stuff: is they create that webbing, like it's like a tracing on a circuit board, right? Yeah, it's really not that alien, but I don't know.
But it looks
this
old,
weird,
right?
This weird energy. Yeah, it does have an oldness to it. How do you even make design decisions like this when you design a game? Like you gotta make it look old. Give it green mist.
Yeah, the green mist. I know. I think it's cool. All right, let's do it.
It is cool. It is cool.
Wait, how did I teleport 10 meters back? Okay, sorry, I'll stop.
But like, if this is what their PCs look like, how do they fit them in their homes?
Working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up.
We do find out more lore about the beacons later.
Roger,
so
Normandy.
if you play as FemShep, it's Kaiden that approaches it, right?
Yeah, because that's who they're trying to make you romance.
Yes, that's right. That's pretty cool. I always thought this was a bit weird, like the way the Prothean beacon worked. Like It would be annoying as hell if this is how it works.
No, don't touch him. Too dangerous.
Or maybe they designed it this way to be found, you know.
You find out the lore later. It's how they communicated out to different parts of the Prothean Empire.
Actually, looking at it now, you can see its design. It's sitting on the platform, right? So all that mass at the bottom there is just the weight, like keeping it stable. But it looks like you could just push it over quite easily.
Oh yeah.
Here's our introduction to Saren. Well, second introduction.
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime, the Normandy, a human alliance vessel.
God,
It was under the command of Captain
I'm not a
Anderson.
fan of the
They
Asari.
managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
Except that for the fact
One
that
of the
they've got
humans
women's
may
bodies.
have used it.
But that's also why I hate them, because it's stupid. Like,
coming from the guy who watches anime.
which guy?
This guy, you.
Me. Dude, I haven't watched any for like 4 years.
Okay, never mind. You're good.
Like even, yeah. Oh, I'm clean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I honestly, I had
Anime's
a huge
banned in the
binge.
stream.
Yeah, I had a huge binge on it for a couple years or whatever. When I was out of my own, and then like even a year before I met my partner.
Doctor, Dr. Chakwas, I think he's waking up.
I had already stopped because I got bored of it. I already watched all the good ones, and then all the new ones were the same shit, and yeah, it's just boring as hell.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
I love the uniformity in uniforms. This is why they're called uniforms, guys.
Like the morning
Yeah, it's
after
true.
shore leave.
All games.
How long was I out?
Just managed to fuck that up.
About 15 hours.
That involved the military.
Something
and stuff.
happened down there with the beacon, I think.
Oh, you mean how they're
It's
not
my
uniform?
fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field.
That's
when I
true,
approached
because
it.
they want to
You
make
had to push me
characters
out of the
look
way.
distinct, right?
Yeah, this is something that another thing I wanted to mention about the spacesuits. Suits. Like Kaiden, Shepard, and Jenkins at the start of the game. Like, all look basically the same. It's epic. I love it.
Yes.
I expect better of my people, Williams. You endangered our entire mission.
Don't be so hard on her, Commander.
She
We
looks
have no
so sad
idea
just
if
then.
that's what
That was
actually
actually really
set it
good
off.
facial animation.
Unfortunately,
For
we'll never
Bio.
I can't
get a
believe.
chance to find out.
Yeah, like.
The beacon exploded. A
I mean,
system
seriously,
overload
this
made
game
it.
has
The
great
blast
facial
knocked you
animation.
cold. The lieutenant and I carried you back
Too
to
bad
the
Mass
ship.
Effect 3 didn't improve on it, or 2.
What about 4, or rather, Andromeda?
What's
they
the
call
damage, Doctor?
it. Like, what
No.
the hell happened
Physically,
there?
you're
Was
fine.
that a new engine?
But I detected some
I don't know.
Like,
unusual brain
I don't even know what
activity.
happened there. It was just
Abnormal
weird.
beta waves.
They
But I'm
fixed
pretty
it,
sure
like-
I
they.
also noticed an increase
Yeah.
in your rapid eye movement.
But they still
Signs
have
typically
weird,
associated with intense
like,
dreaming.
facial animation. It just doesn't look
I saw.
I mean,
as good as
I'm not
Mass
sure what I
Effect,
saw.
to be honest with you.
I think it's
Yeah.
as good as the other games, which isn't that good.
Destruction.
No.
Nothing's really clear.
It's just because the
Haven't
game
added
wasn't as
to
good,
my
people complained
report.
about it
It
more.
may-
And it was more broken on
Oh.
release. But they fixed
Captain
it.
Anderson.
Yeah, it's true.
How's our EXO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
See, I like Andromeda. I think it's
Glad
a
to
solid
hear.
6 out of 10. You know?
Shepard, I need to
Good
speak with
game.
you.
It's just the other games all happen to be like 9s and 10s.
Aye, aye,
so
Captain.
it's like,
I'll be in the mess if you need me.
maybe we'll do Andromeda
Sounds
when
like
we
that
finish
beacon
this
is pretty
stream.
hard, Commander.
The,
You sure you're okay?
so, the original Mass Effect is the original Mass Effect the best one.
Chief Williams
In my
isn't part of the
opinion, it
Normandy
is
group.
because I'm more of an RPG
I
guy,
figured we could use a soldier.
and I like the exploration.
He's been reassigned
The
to the
following two games, they're more refined, they're more
Williams is a good soldier.
content
She
driven.
deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why
Some
I
would
had to
argue they're
throw
better,
it.
but they just
Intel dropped the ball, sir.
they're just
We
a
had
lot.
no idea what
They
we
just
were
don't
walking
feel as
into down
original.
there.
I guess. I don't
That's
know.
why things went to hell.
So
That's
here's
the
what
first one.
I,
Haven't been
from the
outside
grave,
the veil
I
in
think the
2
original
centuries,
game,
Commander.
I'm the same as my brother, I
Nobody
enjoy
could
the
have
more
predicted
RPG
this.
elements and the more
You said you
political
needed to see me in
intrigue
private,
of the
Captain?
story in the first game.
I won't lie to you.
But I think overall, Mass Effect
Nihilus is dead.
players tend
The beacon
to
was
prefer Mass
destroyed and
Effect
Geth were
3,
invading.
and
The Council's
video
going for more
game,
answers.
you know, video game critics and like media tend to think Mass Effect 2 is the best entry.
Yeah, definitely.
I would lean with objectively saying Mass Effect 2 would be the best.
The
but
council
can
personally,
kiss
I
my
like Mass
ass.
Effect.
I won't let
I
them
like Mass
blame
Effect
me
1,
for
and
losing
then
the
like
beacon.
Mass
I
Effect 3 is
didn't
the
do
most
anything
epic,
wrong.
and it's an awesome culmination of everything.
I'll
So
stand behind
it's
you
hard
and
to
your report,
argue with
Shepard.
any of them. Any of them
You're
could
a
be the
damn
best.
hero in
Right.
my books.
I
That's
feel
not
like
Apart from Andromeda.
It's
there
Sarah.
are just
That other
there
two.
are just things
Saren's
that
a
I
spectre.
like better about Mass 1, but there are definitely
if he's working with the Gith,
things better about 2 and 3. But to be honest, you've got to play all 3 in order because it's a story that's one long, you know, progressive thing that
he thinks we're growing too fast,
the payoff isn't there unless you play the preceding installations of the game.
For sure. They did make it kind of easy to skip out the events of the first game because it was too archaic for a lot of gamers. Where you could just start with Mass Effect 2 and download a little 5-minute PowerPoint where you got to go through and make all the decisions. And that worked for a lot of people. They loved the series, only playing the second 2.
Yeah, I guess so.
But you do miss a lot of world building in Mass Effect 1, so I would suggest everyone play Mass Effect 1.
A vision? A vision of what?
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
This is such a good introduction to a plot, right? Yeah. Where you have a vision and it's a mystery, so you immediately have
think I'm crazy.
A reason to play the game.
What information was
like you get invested in the character, like you've had this vision of something, you don't know what it is,
mass destruction, whatever it was,
and no one's going to believe you.
It's the classic formula for storytelling.
He believes
it goes like this. Step 1,
this attack was an act of war.
Introduce
he has
the status quo.
He has an army of Geth
Step 2,
and he won't stop until
change
he's
it.
Wiped humanity
and then immediately people will be interested.
I'll find some way to take him down.
Shake it up, you know?
He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything.
And the villain is a Spectre.
Yeah.
So he's got all that power as Captain Anderson just mentioned.
If we expose Saren as a traitor, the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
It's great. It's like a.
See if he can get us an audience with the Council.
What do you call it?
He'll want to see
like
us
spy battles, you know.
We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
What's the word for it? But anyway, it's spies, bro. It's like being a spy.
Espionage.
And chasing another spy. You know.
Hey, Commander. I'm glad you're okay, Commander.
So we'll power through to the Citadel, the audience with the Citadel, right?
Yeah.
When your number comes up, it's over. He's dead.
It's a funny, like,
that's
the ship has a flat layout
not after Torfin.
with gravity.
You start to enjoy it. See, no, that's not me.
I did what I had to do. You'd better be willing to do the same.
That's the
I won't let the Alliance down, sir.
I need to go speak with Joker.
With regard to what? What is he saying?
Torfin. She mentioned Torfin.
Oh, Torfin.
The one when we got out of an impossible situation, but a lot of our soldiers died. From the Grave, we're playing on PC, Legendary Edition.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Yeah. Like I was just mentioning, like artificial gravity in ships.
Yeah.
And that's one thing you notice about Mass Effect, actually. Every world, every planet, everything seems to have the same gravity.
True, although you don't really notice it in Mass Effect 1 since there's no jump.
No, but do you notice it in the Mako?
It's all the same. You're right. Oh no, we go talk to Mr.
But then again, you know, in the star map, or, you know, the galaxy map,
it does list the gravity. It tells you the gravity.
It tells you what the gravity of the planet is that you're visiting. Yep. So I'm pretty sure everything is around
Commander. I was just about to bring us into the
1G
Citadel.
level.
Taxpayer money at work.
No. I know there's an anecdote about they nerded the hell out for making the planets and planetoids and stuff. They did a lot of serious astrology, and they got real into it. And for writing the descriptions.
I hope it wasn't astrology. I hope it was astronomy.
Astronomy. The real one, the one that's not bullshit.
Yeah, the Citadel's pretty awesome.
Here's what I want to know.
I like the idea.
Oh my goodness!
What?
It was there in front of us all along. I was going to say, here's what I want to know. Where's the green mist?
Just saying, you need firepower too.
But There is no green mist. It's not Prothean. The plot twist is there in front of us stuff from the beginning.
Good thing it's on our side.
Interesting. Yeah, because Prothean
Citadel
tech is
Control,
always
this
green,
is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
and Reaper tech is always Reaper. Red. No, I don't know. But to the Citadel races,
species.
Please proceed to dock 422.
Sorry, Citadel species, right? Or races, I guess. But they're all they just consider it all Prothean, right? Because it's all just Forerunner technology.
No, they think it's Prothean. They believe that it is Prothean.
Yeah,
they don't
exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
This is an outrage. The
And they don't know
Council would
where they
step in
disappeared
if the
to.
Geth attacked a Turian colony.
So they just say, "Oh, we'll just move
The
in here." then."
Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the
see, I love this. These are great arguments
Sarah,
right here from
you
both
can't
sides.
just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action.
You don't get to make demands of the Council,
Do you
Ambassador.
think when the
Citadel
Council
Security is
races
investigating your charges
found the
against
Citadel
Saren.
and started
We will
living
discuss
there,
the
like
CSEC
there was
findings at the
already
hearing, not before.
houses and stuff, like apartments and
Captain Anderson, I
cars?
see you brought half your crew.
Not cars.
Just the ground team
no,
from Eden
no
Prime.
cars.
In
So
case
the
you
Reapers,
hadn't
when they
noticed.
come in and
I
they
have
extinguish all
the
life
mission
on the
reports.
Citadel,
I assume they're accurate.
They are.
I guess they clean it up. I guess the
Sounds like you
Keepers
convinced
have,
the Council to give us an
thousands of
audience.
years to clean it up.
They
Yes.
were not happy about it.
Yeah, no, they would,
Saren's
wouldn't
their
they?
top agent. They don't
That's why they're
like
called
Yeah,
keepers.
that-
accused of
Yeah,
treason.
you're right. That's
They
so
are
they're just,
groundskeepers.
yeah, they're literally just taking the caretakers of the
I'm not
Citadel,
going to sit on my ass
and they
just
just
because
keep
the
it
council
prepped
doesn't want to do
for
anything.
when
If they won't
new
stop
races
Saren, I
discover
will.
it and set up.
Settle down, Commander.
Yeah.
You've
And
already
they're the
done more
ones
than
that
enough to
actually
jeopardize
open
your
the back door.
candidacy for the
Oh,
Spectres.
spoiler alert.
The mission on Eden
If you
Prime
haven't
was a
played
chance
it.
to
Well,
prove you
that's-
could get the job done.
Yeah,
Instead,
yeah.
Nihilus ended up dead
But,
and the beacon was destroyed.
Keepers are the
Saren's
key to
fault,
all
not
this.
his.
Then
Janitors
we use
worldwide
hope
love
the
this game
CSEC
for that reason.
investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with
Do
me,
janitors
Captain.
even exist?
I want to go over a few things
They
before
do.
the hearing.
They're just not. They're called
Shepard,
janitors in the
you and
States.
the
They're not
others
called
can meet
janitors
us
in
at the Citadel
America
Tower,
and New
top
Zealand.
level. I'll make sure you have
Just call them
clearance.
cleaners.
I'm just trying to think. Like, yeah, we just have cleaners,
that's
right?
why I
Like,
hate
I
politicians.
guess a janitor has expanded roles,
I would
not
never
just cleaning.
fucking clue, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd say they have they take care of maintenance issues and stuff and schedule maintenance. And if there's an issue with, I don't know, building, plumbing, or electrical systems, they would maybe organize contractors to come and fix it and all that sort of thing. So that way, employees with more important jobs don't have to trouble themselves.
I'll take your word for it, dude. I just
I just made that up completely, but
All right.
I would assume, that just makes sense to me, right?
All right, let's walk to the Citadel because it looks pretty.
You know what's funny about the Citadel? You first come here, and there's the rapid transport system.
Citadel Tower.
But
There is.
you never see a car in use. You know, like
Dude, look up. There's like 10 of them.
only 10. No. But you know what I mean? Like not down around where you are though. Like
I just see a car parked. No, you never see one take off. No.
Yeah, no. The rapid transport system never works.
Look, there's one right there.
Yeah, you can click on them, but they don't actually move.
True.
You know?
Wait, is this Citadel
Like,
Tower?
It stood out like a sore thumb when I first came to the Citadel. You're like, wow, I can rapid transport, but they just are like statues, right?
I guess. It's a mid-2000s game, man.
Yeah, it's true. Mid-2000s.
Is this the Citadel Tower? We did it.
That's a Reaper light. That's what that is.
What's it doing?
Wait, what is?
No, there was just like that sort of lens flare,
yeah.
that blue glow, that Mass Effect loves, and personally, I love it too.
Yeah, it's good.
It's really good.
I like taking the elevator because you get dialogue.
Oh, dialogue, yes.
The council isn't going to ask me any questions, are they?
I doubt it. We've made our reports. Now we just have to trust
It's very quiet.
No, we don't, sir.
Oh well.
It's the dialogue's so quiet.
This is why subtitles exist.
Yeah.
Also, man, Kaiden's just a good-looking dude. They should have made the Shepard look like that, dude.
I think Shepard is modeled after some French
Yeah.
model. Yeah. I think Shepard looks great. Like he looks weird, but it's distinctive. It's a distinctive face.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Not as good looking as this dude, though.
Council. Don't be ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
Garrus said it.
Your investigation is over, Garrus.
The most wanted. Yeah, apparently BioWare were really shocked
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vakarian.
how much people
I was
liked
the officer in charge of the
Garrus.
CSEC investigation into Saren.
And Tali. They thought people wouldn't. Sorry, and Tali. Garrus and Tali. They expected Liara and Ashley and Kaiden to be the most liked.
Yeah, because they're
Sounds
human,
like you came
right?
up empty.
Saren's a specter.
It's weird,
Most of
isn't
his
it? Like,
activities are classified.
because most
Couldn't
people.
find anything
I mean, I don't know. I could be
he's up
wrong.
to something.
But
Like
most
you
people
would say,
choose
I feel it in
alien
my gut.
I think the council's ready for us.
party members, right?
Good luck,
No,
Shepard.
no.
Maybe
Most
they'll
people are just
listen to
humans.
you.
Really?
Yeah, but Mass Effect players are something different, apparently.
Okay, because when I play, when I first played, of course I was Garrus and Rex.
Yeah, I was too, but
Like-
that's just because I copied you.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it's because I thought they were cool.
But you just look at the characters and you're like, oh, these are cool. And plus, it's balanced, right? You've got one is biotic /
combat
tank, a biotic tank, and then the other one is a tech.
The hearing's already started. Come
he's
on.
he's like an infiltrator, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's technology and sniper rifles. So
The Geth attack
plus
is
an
a
assault
matter of
weapon.
some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security
And this is cool.
turned up no
Saren's
evidence
just like,
to support
no.
your charge
It's kind of like
treason.
a court of law right
saw
now.
him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one
But,
traumatized.
how would the
doctor
Stockrook even know Saren's
hardly
name?
compelling
Right, they think
I resent these
they think we're
accusations.
making false
Nihilus is
claims.
a fellow Spectre and a friend.
And we've planted a
That
witness.
just let you catch him off guard.
Yeah.
Captain
What I like about
Anderson,
this is
you
how
always seem to be
pragmatic.
involved when humanity makes false
Is
charges
that the right word? That the council
must be your
is,
protege,
because
Commander
even though they
Shepard,
push you
the one who let the beacon get
with
destroyed.
logic and facts,
You're the one who destroyed the
they
beacon.
hedge
Then
their
you tried to
bets
cover it up.
by
Shift the
announcing
blame
you
cover
to
your
be a
own
Spectre.
failures. Just like Captain
No, they
Anderson.
don't do that until you prove Saren's guilty.
But what can you expect
Oh, okay.
from a human?
Well, okay, then they hedge their bets.
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
So,
Saren's hiding behind his position as a Spectre. You need to open your eyes.
What we need is evidence. So far, we've seen nothing.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander
Sorry,
Shepard's
what were you
vision.
gonna say?
It
I'm
may
just
have
trying
been
to
triggered
think,
by the
like,
beacon.
this
Are we allowing
dialogue here,
dreams
like,
into
what's the
evidence
outcome?
now?
Like,
How can I defend
so
my innocence against this kind of testimony?
Well,
we just carry on as a commander and we go
Our judgment
looking
must
for
be based
evidence,
on
right?
facts and evidence.
Yeah, we
Oh,
do
no,
that on our
we
own
actually-
time.
No, we actually find. Sorry,
Do you have
no,
anything
we
else
actually
to
do
add,
find.
Commander
We
Shepard?
find the evidence before we even leave
You've
the
made
Citadel.
your decision.
We do it on the Citadel.
I won't waste my breath.
Yeah. But basically, it's over for now until we can come forward with
The Council has
better
found
evidence.
no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
I mean, it was a little bit of a preemptive motion to have him removed, right? Even you didn't have any evidence.
Yeah, that was a bit keen, but it, but it corresponds to the seriousness of what happened, right? He shot another Spectre.
It made the Council question our motives. I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason: to exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad.
Did you hear
We shouldn't talk about
about?
this here. But I know what he's like. and he has to
So
be...
apparently in the lore...
What's our next step?
The Citadel
we need
decorating committee, or something like this, rotates through
we saw him arguing with the executor.
decorations.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report.
And by decorations I mean
he
like
was
the
close to finding
plants.
something on
Like,
Saren.
so
Any idea where we could find
there
it?
are pigeons as well,
I have a
actually,
contact
on the
in
Citadel.
CSEC who can
There are
help us
pigeons
track
on the
us down.
Citadel.
There are
His name is
pigeons. Yep.
Forget it.
I don't
They
know
suspended
which
Harkin
Mass
last
Effect
month,
that they brought
drinking
in,
on the
but
job.
they're there.
I won't
and
waste my time with that loser.
there's
You won't
grass
have
and
to.
stuff.
I don't
and,
want the Council using your past history
and
with Saren
it's-
as an excuse to ignore anything we
So
tell
in the lore they
Shepard will
explain it
handle this.
like, the different...
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this
the
investigation.
council basically rotates...
The ambassador's right.
environmental
I need to
decoration
take care of some business.
for
Captain, meet me in
different
my
that
office
different
later.
species want to see
Okay,
on
for
the
different
Citadel.
species. Yeah, okay.
Like
Harkin's
and
probably
and
getting
at
drunk
the
at
time
Chloe's
it's
den.
human,
It's a dingy little club in the
what
lower
humans
section of
want,
the
right?
woods.
Interesting.
For some
Yeah, I
reason
didn't know that.
it's pigeons.
Maybe there's
and,
another way to find evidence against
They
Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
So there are actually
An
3
information
leads,
dealer. Buys
and you can
sells
pursue
secrets to the
either one
highest
of them,
bidder.
whichever one you want to pursue.
I've heard Barla Vaughn
Cool.
is one of the top
there are
representatives.
3 leads.
He
There are
might
3
know
leads.
something about Saren. But
Oh,
his information
that's
won't come
right.
cheap.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago,
Which one's the right lead?
I was part of a mission.
They're
on the
all the right
Stellian
lead,
Verge.
but you can miss
I
out
was
on
working
squad
with Saren to
members
find and
if you...
remove a known terrorist threat.
Oh yeah.
So you can just
Saren
never
got
recruit
eliminated.
Garrison Rex, I'm pretty sure.
But a lot of
Yeah,
people died
you're
along
right.
the way.
You can.
Innocent people. And the official records
Talia's the correct lead.
covered it all up.
All
I
leads
saw
lead
how
to
he
Talia in
operates.
the end.
No
Yeah,
conscience.
true.
No hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Sometimes 1,000 people must die so 1,000,000 can live.
But only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option.
And there you have it.
He's twisted,
Captain Anderson is confirmed a
He
renegade.
likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
No, but
So
he sort of
innocence
says
doesn't
like
end
only
wars,
if there's no
it
other way.
causes them.
Whereas
Exactly.
I know
whereas
how
your
the world
renegade
works.
Shepard might be just saying
Sometimes you're
like,
forced to make unpleasant decisions.
oh, it's a
but
price
only
we're
if
willing to
there's
pay.
no
you
other
know?
way. Saren
Those
doesn't
aren't
even look
mutually
for another
exclusive.
option.
It can be a price
He's
you're
twisted,
willing to
broken.
pay if there's no other way.
He likes the violence, the killing.
Yeah, but you have
And he knows how
to
to cover his
I should go.
confirm
Good luck,
pretty
Shepard.
confidently
I'll
that
be
there's
over
no
in the
other way.
ambassador's office if you need anything
What
else.
if there's no time? What if you have this chance right now? You
Yeah.
either use it or lose it.
I just had
There's
the
no
weirdest
guarantee.
thought. I just had the weirdest thought, you know, like in the Bible, and there's like
That guy's up to
child,
something.
there's sacrifice, right? Like child sacrifice,
What?
where
Yes,
Abraham
is there
tries
something
to
you want?
sacrifice his child. Like, do you think he thought like,
Jeepers.
Don't
this
get
is the only way?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I learned that
Just tell me.
they would actually, you know, it was the law to sacrifice your child,
I'd
firstborn
do
or
it
whatever.
openly,
But they didn't
but
actually do
I
that.
don't
They
even
was
know.
Commander Shep.
they would
Actually,
sacrifice like
I'll
a
even send a few
goat
credits your way for
in
each
lieu.
unique scan.
Do you know what I mean? So
Right.
I should get going.
Yeah.
in reality, they would actually get their child, do the whole ceremony, and then kill a goat and say, "Here's what I'm sacrificing instead of my firstborn." You know what I mean?
Right, and
I
that's
heard
based
that
on
from
that
a-
Bible story.
Credible scholar.
Right.
That it wasn't literal.
'cause it-
You know, a lot of the things you read in the Bible aren't literal. You know, like.
No, but that's exactly what's written in the Bible, where like God's
Yeah.
like, oh, here, kill this goat instead. But I believe that you were actually going to kill your son, so like, thanks for being such a, you know, having so much faith. You know, like,
All right. So we're gonna end it off there. This is a nice end point.
yeah.
On the note of, we'll leave it on the note of what do you guys think? Should you sacrifice 1,000 innocent civilians to save 1,000,000 innocent civilians somewhere else? Is it wrong? Is it what I think? Whereas you have to be ready to take that chance. Sometimes you don't always have the time to explore all options, and you just have to go with the option that you know is 100% going to work, and you have to be willing to pay that price. Or is that what Ridvan believes is? You can explain it better, Ridvan, but you should only take that chance once you have confirmed that there is no other option. Is that what you're saying?
Well, that was the idea that Anderson said. I'm not saying that it's necessary, but like, you have to have some threshold, right? Where like, you have options, and the best or, you know, least least harmful option is, a bad option.
But you're saying that the due diligence should always be done. You should always make sure that this is the only option.
There's actually an example of this in World War II, and the British, of course, hacked the Enigma code for the German radio system.
I believe I know what you're going to say. And they let the raids happen, even though they could have stopped them, but they didn't want to reveal to the Germans that they knew the codes yet. They wanted to wait until a better. Yeah. So I actually studied this in university, where they cracked the codes. These raids were happening, and they knew they could intercept every single radio transmission. But they came to the point where the scientists were intercepting transmissions and saying a raid's going to happen now, we need to save them, and the military went, well, actually, no, we don't want to save that one, we don't want to reveal yet, we don't want to play that card yet, and they had to make the decision to let innocent people die when they could have saved them. Anyway, we'll leave off there for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and subscribe to my YouTube and like, and we will keep doing more of this, whether or not people are interested or not, because we're just having fun and hanging out. But yeah, comment any thoughts on the topics we've discussed. Give us any questions, talking points further on. Thanks for the people that hung out for the live stream, and we'll see you next time. Any closing words, Rudvin?
Is it normal to have closing words? Do people do this?
We're doing it, man. We're just doing it. That's what we're doing.
Oh, okay.
I guess that's a no. All right, we're good. All right, peace out, guys. We can cut the video anywhere for YouTube, so we're all good, man.